What's happening, YouTube? It's your boy JD Trades, and I'm bringing you today's market outlook. So, as I said to you guys at the start of the week, today is a high probable trade day. Now, in terms of today, we do have the Bank of England's interest rate decision coming out later on today. We've got minute meetings with the Bank of England as well. We've got initial jobless claims, Fed manufacturing index, and crude oil inventories. So we got quite a couple of things to, of course, cross over today, which means that we should get that volume that we're looking for when looking for moves. So at the moment, as we always do, let's start things off with the DXY. So the dollar yesterday we did finish down. Okay, we did finish a bearish candle. However, we can see throughout the latter stages of yesterday and most of this morning we've had a rally to the upside. Okay, we are testing areas that we've previously tested from prior. Okay, as you can see out of all these areas, so there is a high chance of price continuing to push up higher. We may get a slight pullback. Okay, obviously we need to see what the news release is going to tell us before we kind of act upon that piece of information. So we can see here we have in fact tested this 8 hour area, so we can actually get a move to the downside, but I don't really see why price should continue to head lower, to be honest with you guys. So if we do actually head lower, then that'll be off of the back of the news and the manipulation that happens from that. So realistically, I am expecting to see a higher dollar. All right, so now when we take a look at pound dollar, okay, we do still have this area where I am looking for some shorts from. Now this area could get absolutely blown out, guys. It could get invalidated, obviously due to the news that is coming out at 12 p.m. So it's about in an hour and 10ish minutes, okay? So price could actually just completely invalidate this area, and if it does, that's fine. Okay, it's not a problem. This could be a liquidity grab to, of course, come down lower. We just need to anticipate and monitor what price does after the news release and then kind of work ourselves through that. But I am looking overall for a lower cable, lower pound dollar. Okay, we are still working. We've closed off the remainder of this imbalance on the daily time frame. So I'm working inside this area to actually get that move to the downside. Even looking at it from a Fibonacci perspective, we've looks like we've hit about 50% retracement there. So that is the main play for this today, you know, to see what kind of moves that we're going to get out of pound dollar. All right, next up is going to be on gold. Okay, so gold, we finally achieved the setup that I was kind of alluding to earlier on this week. So earlier on this week, I said to you, look, I'm still interested in selling gold. However, gold needs to beat 12th of June's Wednesday, 12th of June's high. We need to take out that high first before I'm gonna anticipate or look to even short gold. Now, yesterday was Juneteenth, so there wasn't, price action was pretty dead when you take a look at yesterday's price action. Pretty dead. A lot of dojis on the 4 hour. Price not really in a rush to head anywhere. But then we saw later on that evening, we actually had a run for that daily high. Now, when we head over to the 1 hour to the 15 minute, we can get a pullback up into this area here and look for a sell. Now, again, I'm going to wait till New York opens, and obviously remember that there's always an entry. Okay, you don't have to catch the first train. You can catch the second train, the third train, the fourth train. So price will definitely give us an opportunity or a reason to actually get into this trade when this afternoon's data comes out. Okay, so something that's a little bit more concrete to kind of go with you is I want to see this low get taken. This low might be a target once we actually start to come down. So it might be an area for you to take a look at a little bit closer to the time when price is reacting to the downside. We can, of course, definitely push out of this area here that we've kind of rejected from and actually create a new high. That's also a potential. But of course, this is going to mainly involve the dollar and exactly what the dollar wants to do. Bitcoin is slowly dropping lower and lower. It's not really done much since yesterday, which was to be expected, to be completely honest with you guys. So let's see what price wants to do for Bitcoin. Remember, I did say 63K for BTC, so that's the area that, mainly waiting for. Yeah, other than that, guys, that's all from me today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that post notification to get notified whenever I post a new video. I always appreciate you guys for watching, liking, and sharing. As always, remember the theory behind the practice. Hold on, actually, we had a special request, okay? So, I recently had someone request for me to look at NZD/USD. So, let's not forget to analyze NZD/USD for my people, okay? So, if you want me to go through a specific chart, a specific asset, whatever it may be, stocks, anything really, make sure to drop a comment down in the comment section down below, and I will be sure to give you my perspective. So on the weekly time frame, NZD USD does look like it can come down lower. Okay, we've had all of these wick rejections to the upside, so it is giving me an indication that price wants to come down lower. So that's what the weekly picture is telling me so far. On the daily, we have actually broken this high low, so we are in a pullback to actually create a new lower low. So the daily picture is lining up with that weekly picture. Now on the weekly picture, we do have this imbalance inside of here, and that imbalance is also present on the daily time frame, like so. Now the areas of liquidity is going to be resting beneath this low down here. Okay, so that's the lowest low, and this is the most recent low made by price. So that will be your kind of your first target. Now, areas where price can work into is inside of this daily area. So in fact, with yesterday's daily candle, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. Okay, we didn't actually take out, what day is this? Tuesday 18th of June's high. Okay, so in case if price is pushing up, that may also be a target till, for price to take out first before we actually see the push to the downside. That's also possible. All right, from the 4 hour picture, in terms of structure that we can see on the lower time frame, this is going to be like a more significant structure on the 1 hour time frame. We made a lower low, lower high, lower low. We've actually broke above it. So there's actually reasons for price to, potentially give us that push to the upside. Now remember that daily area that I showed you, we can now see that is a pretty nice equal high area here on the 4 hour. Okay, so there's definitely, an excuse and reasons for NZD USD to come lower on the higher time frame, but then as you saw there on the 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily, there's reasons for this to actually rally up one more time before we start to see a real good drop to the downside. So of course this is going to be based on what the dollar news is going to do this afternoon. Okay, so if the dollar is strong, then this will come down, and I am anticipating the dollar to be strong. So maybe we potentially see some sort of a wick to the upside, depending on how strong this high impact news is. I mean, jobless claims, they are high impact, and the Fed manufacturing, they are high impact, but they're not on the same level as inflation data or as NFP. So it might not necessarily do what I'm looking or expecting for it to do. But to be fair, this is only 20 pips, so it can definitely flash up there before taking out the lows. So yes, shout out to, I believe it was Jason that asked me to have a look at NZD USD. Okay, so let me just double check. Shout out to you. It was, yes, it was Jason. So shout out to you, Jason. But yeah, other than that, thank you for watching. And I'm going to do my outro again. Always remember the theory behind the practice. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.